There was a time when talk of German rearmament would have caused shockwaves across Europe.
Die Kameraden haben jetzt heute ihren ersten Schießtag und befinden sich demnach in der Grundlagenausbildung, im Nahbereich schießen sowie dann in den ersten Lagen der Gefechtsausbildung.
But now at Lenin, an old East German training area, they're preparing new soldiers for the mountain troops, part of an army that's about to be revitalized. With wars stalking the continent, the Bundeswehr has a big funding increase in its sights. A boost of 100 billion euros, part of a new foreign policy set out by the government in response to the invasion of Ukraine. Many in Europe would say the changes announced by Chancellor Scholz are long overdue. General Erich Wad was military advisor to Angela Merkel as Germany failed to meet increased defence spending pledges set by NATO after Vladimir Putin seized Crimea in 2014. In Berlin, where the mass graves of Soviet soldiers who fell in 1945 remind everyone of the cataclysm of the Second World War, the German preference for diplomacy and commerce rather than deterrence and confrontation seemed logical for decades. And as if to remind Germany's politicians, the Reichstag still bears the graffiti left by the Soviet soldiers who took it. And well before Parliament shifted here, the Social Democrat Willy Brandt pioneered a rapprochement with the Kremlin, and a later leader, Gerhard Schröder, stressed economic interdependence was a good thing, leading to a heavy reliance on Russian gas and oil, something today's politicians now seek to end. So now the energy investments have to be unpicked, and the coercive side of German policy, the military, beefed up. But the Bundeswehr has suffered from decades of underfunding. Its readiness and ability to sustain a fight are low. Fixing those issues could soon blast through that promised 100 billion. But for those serving and training now, there is at least the promise that their troops will be made ready for conflict.
Selbstverständlich ist es wichtig, deswegen habe ich mich auch dazu entschieden. Und unseren Auftrag nehmen wir bestmöglich wahr, um im Rahmen aller Umstände hier das beste Produkt, den bestens ausgebildeten Soldaten herzustellen.
The targets of growing military potential and a more hard-headed approach to Russia have now been fixed then. But if Vladimir Putin passed from the scene in the coming months, would Germany's newfound vigour falter and more traditional attitudes to defence spending and indeed Russia reassert themselves?